Craft brews and casual conversations. This week on a porch, we're diving right into it as quickly as possible because we have a baby on board. A freshly new perspective as she entered the world. I don't know, 8 months ago was it?
Yeah, she is soon to be 8 months.
8 months old of life. We'll talk about her shortly, but Rob, you have to say the thing.
Oh, the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Cue it up.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with Brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
We are here doing the thing. Two brothers join us. Robert is one of the brothers. His brother Ryan is the other brother. I'm the brother from another mother, you could say. We'll get into the details real quick. Also, a baby is here. Her name is Ezra. She's a sweet little kid. So you'll hear that. You'll hear that, which is fine. And occasionally I'll mute when I need to. Here we go. I'm drinking some bourbon today because once again I haven't gone and gotten beer, Rob. I've been slacking on that end a little bit. I am drinking Driftless Glen's single barrel straight. It is a single barrel bourbon, if you couldn't get that. Produced by Driftless Glen in Baraboo, Wisconsin, of all places. A kind of by the Wisconsin Dells region. Has a mash bill of 60% corn, 20% rye, 20% malted barley. The grains are sourced from local farms in Illinois, disgusting, and some from Wisconsin, emphasizing the distillery's commitment to regional ingredients. So, tasting notes. Each single barrel of Driftless Glen bourbon offers unique characteristics, but common tasting notes include a rich amber color, an appearance, a complex aroma of caramel, honey, green tea, orange citrus, vanilla bean, sweet oak, cinnamon spice, has a medium thick, creamy mouthfeel with flavors of sweet caramel, citrus, and all that other stuff I said. This is, again, single barrel. This was aged for 7 years. Let me get you the proof is 123 proof. So pretty good stuff if you ask me. It looks like all the other bourbons I have ever drank. It smells sweet and smooth. I don't put an ice cube in it because I ain't no bitch.
Looks good.
It is
if
good.
I like bourbon, which I don't.
It is good. It's sweet. It's got that burn to it. Delicious.
Looks delicious.
Robert, what do you have?
I have, once again, straight from Mexico, the IPA.
Is it IPA?
IPA.
All right.
But the first two I's are AY with an upside down exclamation point to start.
All right. I like it.
I'm sure that there's a word for that I don't know, as are many words on this beer that I can't read. This is courtesy of Francisco again.
Mm-hmm.
Another free beer.
Yep.
So you know it's going to be good. But I really don't know anything about this beer, and I can't use my phone to look it up because I'm using my phone for this.
All right, that's fine.
So let's just go and jump right into it. It's 5.5%. ABVs, 355 milliliters. There's a sweet donkey or a burro on the front of the bottle.
Mm-hmm. This is yeah, it doesn't have any notes.
It's definitely got doesn't really it tastes really sweet for not IPA sweet though. It almost tastes like I want to say like Miller sweet. Does that make sense? Like it's got that kind of an aroma with an added sweetness on the back end. I don't know what the nodes are. I just know it's a classic beer. It's a classic, I wouldn't call it a hazy, that's for sure, but it doesn't taste like an IPA to me. It tastes like what is a High Life?
A lager?
It tastes kind of like that.
Okay.
But with a little bit more sweetness on the back end. As I get more, I will give more. But that's all I have for you right now.
Sounds good. And then Ryan is not drinking anything right now. He's currently being a dad to a little baby, but
I'm drinking a coffee.
coffee. There you go.
Black Rifle.
Black Rifle coffee. All right.
Hey, I think we've done an episode on Black Rifle,
Espresso
haven't we?
mocha.
Maybe.
200
Oh no, that was
fake energy.
200 milliliters.
Yeah, it was great. It was great value. That was what we did.
You might have to talk a little closer to your computer, Ryan.
I said
Rye or
200 milligrams of fake energy.
Hell yeah. So Ryan is here this week because our previous episode, we talked about chimps. We talked about converting monkeys into humans. And Ryan has some ties, and it reminded him of days past when he spent his time in a monkey lab, a laboratory. We're not going to say where it was or what it is, but you worked in a laboratory full of monkeys that had AIDS. Kind of. Elaborate. AIDS monkeys.
I did work at a monkey research facility when I was in college, and they had what is known as SHIV, SHIV, which is just monkey HIV, precursor to monkey AIDS.
Okay.
So
I feel like they could have called it MIV then. That would have been.
They're scientists, Robert, like simian, whatever virus.
Oh, there you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Geez, put in my place already. We're about to find out who the smarter brother is. That's for sure.
No, I'm just saying. I would have also liked it to have been MIV, because when I worked with the monkeys, all I ever thought was like, "Don't get shivved, don't get shivved."
Could you have gotten Shiv?
Yeah, it was a bad deal. So when I worked like in the facility, actually within like touching distance of the monkeys, all of them so they were rhesus macaques, not chimps. Big thing to point out.
Yeah, they're little monkeys.
Yeah, but with big teeth.
Okay.
And I think all monkeys probably have pretty big teeth. But so they were in like a special area, which I generally did not go into, but I had been in there. But if you ever got like scratched or bit by one of those guys, it was like a lot of paperwork and potentially a lifetime of antivirals, which I did not want to deal with.
What did they give you back then for that? What, $8.25 an hour?
It was a work study, so.
Oh, they didn't even have to pay you. Wow, I thought that $8.25 would have been a steal.
I definitely got compensated, but essentially I was there to do data work. But since I can't sit still, I got to do a lot of other things as well.
So ultimately, their goal was to find a cure to AIDS, HIV.
So they did a lot of research on a lot of different topics, but one of the studies was on AIDS, and they were in fact looking for a cure, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Just for monkey AIDS, though.
Yeah, not just a lot of money.
Yeah.
South Park reference. Sorry.
So they did that, and then now originally when you were talking to us about it, you made the joke of like they gave the monkeys AIDS, which isn't true.
Correct. That was
Actually, I think you buried the lead on that. There's two jokes. It was they gave the monkeys AIDS and then they killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little dark. I didn't anticipate the interest that you guys shot out right away. I was like, oh no, I need to run this back real fast.
But you ran it back and you were like, no, they didn't actually give them AIDS. We did kill them though.
Well,
And
there was like
I think we need to post that conversation is what in my opinion, I think that conversation needs to be posted.
I just want to premise with I met a lot of fantastic people while working there who were very strong academics trying to make the world a better place.
Well, how are the monkeys?
They ate better than I did, but I was
Really?
in college, you know.
So
Yeah, fresh fruit and a lot of enrichment is what they call it, to keep their brains active.
So where are they at in this? Because I do think there was some groundbreaking discoveries in the world of HIV and AIDS at not that long ago. I'm pretty sure. Do you know if that facility had anything to do with that?
Well, first of all,
I gave the
wait,
location.
can you,
Whoops.
I didn't. I was legitimately just
I was
thinking
like,
you shouldn't have done that. Finally, it wasn't me.
As long as I was like, are you able to? I'm gonna speak a lot freer if I know you guys like edit crazy.
Yeah, I
shit
can
out.
edit. I can edit it.
So they did have breakthroughs. I remember when I was there, I would ask people whatever I could, like, hey, what kind of advancement have been made? So my understanding was that within blood there are, watch me butcher a bunch of scientific words, but alleles,
Areolas.
but they had discovered or isolated like the allele that protects a monkey from SHIV. But they didn't know why, and they didn't know how to recreate it. So but essentially if there was like a monkey that possessed, the way I recall it, mind you, it was like 10 years ago.
It was more than 10 years ago, dude. Way more than 10 years.
11, lay off. I was like, it's like 10 exact.
Is it?
2014.
Was it 2014? My bad. I'm sorry.
All right, we've given the place, we've given the year.
Oh yeah, right. But so the monkeys that had this like blood allele, whatever, it was pretty much like a firewall. Like, so they could try to give it this monkey that possesses allele SHIV and it wouldn't get it. Like natural protection from the disease.
But they couldn't figure out why that was.
Correct.
So they gave the monkey something and then try to give it AIDS and they want to get it?
No, so there's like it was like a natural thing, like they were born with it. It's like so they isolated what it was, but they just couldn't figure out like why the monkey didn't get the disease when it was introduced, and why like the mechanisms that were preventing them from getting it. Sorry, that was a cut.
So they were. Did they breed AIDS monkeys because they could say they were born with it, or did they have to go and find a colony of AIDS monkeys, and then there's a guy that made probably 825 that went and like picked them out of the jungle? We can hear you still. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Matt was trying to call me. She was probably going to be like, what? You didn't pick up my phone call? So here's what I recall. They might be able to like get it randomly because the safety protocol was always there. So like it could manifest in a healthy monkey, you know, or something along those lines. I know that the safety protocol was always set up regardless of where I was. Whether I was in this red lit room that's like dangerous room with monkeys with SHIV, or whether I was in like the general population, the safety protocol was always the same. So they could maybe they could manifest it randomly or whatever. Like there wasn't a precursor, but the main piece of advancement that sticks out in my head was that they found out like what blood component would prevent it.
Why didn't they just do this on people that had it? Well, wouldn't they if they found like a cure to SHIV, the monkey AIDS, monkey HIV, wouldn't that and then they applied it to human, would that disprove the existence of God?
I'm 100% thinking about this, and I think you might be onto something.
Do you think the government is intervening to try to shut down monkey aid investigation because they want white nationalists and Christian nationalists to keep on doing what they're doing and continue to control this world? Ryan, what's really happening in that laboratory?
All of the people I interacted with, like, really were trying to solve their problem.
This is monumental. It's insane. Ryan, you've come on the show, and all of a sudden, Drew has turned into what is that? The I don't want to say Joe Rogan or whatever, but we're just gonna start spewing some crazy stuff in here. I love it.
Do the people working there have AIDS and they're trying to cure themselves?
That would be a great idea, though. You have people with AIDS working in the AIDS monkey facility. They don't have to worry about getting scratched. No hazard pay.
There you go.
I don't know I don't know how that all works, but I just avoided getting scratched was the big thing.
They did
a lot of really great research outside of just on the AIDS.
So I guess Ryan,
do you get to put that on your resume? I'm sorry, I'm taking this question.
That's fine.
Do you get to put that on your resume? Has it helped you at all in your 10 years since to be able to say I worked in this secret laboratory of AIDS monkeys under immense stress and pressure, and you know what? I put my life on the line. I put my life on the line for $0 and went home and ate ramen noodles and I stuck it through. That should be something you can put on a resume, right?
Yeah.
Again, I did get compensated, and it's it's given me plenty of things to talk about over the years. I got pretty good at data entry.
Just Excel sheets, right?
Yeah, a lot of Excel sheets.
Yeah. Anyone, any monkey could do that. Hey-o!
Yo.
I can tell multiple people I've passed many PETA, questionnaires because I'm not a part of PETA. I did ask like one of the head researchers. I'm like, okay, let's say hypothetically, monkey, and they had no names formally, just like code in a.
They just gave him like a number. It's like your own secret society. Like number 1.
Well,
monkey 2.
Number 9 did good today.
Yeah.
There was a lot more than number 1, but the lot higher than number 1. I remember asking like one of the head researchers, like, let's say hypothetically you cure AIDS because of monkey XXXYX whatever, because it was a big number.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, I was like, would you like name it the cure after the monkey, or like give him a bronze statue or her a bronze statue or something? Like, that's a big accomplishment. And my boss, essentially, she was like, yeah, no, because it's like generations of it's compounding information over a long period of time.
Well, and whoever discovered it or whatever laboratory, whatever, they would take the name of it.
Yeah, he was in his head like, monkey gets a statue, this guy gets a statue.
I get a statue.
I get a giant bank account with hello, big pharma.
It's called hush money. Yeah, you're not allowed to release this because that's my thing. So there's 2 types of security breaches in a place like that. One is Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and 2 is the you know, what was that guy's name that had white hair? You know, data breach. You give out the
Snowden?
intel.
Oh, they would
What's
have
this?
looked right at me.
Edward
They would've been
Snowden?
like, it was Ryan,
Snowden. That's it. Yeah, Snowden. Yeah.
guy with white hair.
I don't know.
I like that, Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
He
knew where I
definitely
was
does not
talking about.
have white hair.
Seriously? His name's Snow, so at
100%.
least
I
I got
don't-
it. That's kind of close, you know.
I don't think he had
He's
white
like-
hair. He was pretty young when he
He's
when he
like our
disclosed
age.
it.
Yeah, when they did it all.
Okay, who's the guy that was trapped in the embassy for 5 years?
Julian Assange.
That's the guy I'm talking about. That's the guy. Yeah, sorry. Edward Snowden was the guy that kind of, yeah, the WikiLeaks guy. But they go hand in hand, don't they? Snowden.
Yeah.
Kind of.
something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, they
What
both
a
live
time
in
that's
Russia.
totally been forgotten, huh? Because we've just filled in new blanks with new craziness. Oh man.
So what other
Um,
sexually transmitted diseases did they study in the monkeys? And which one did
That
you have?
worked with? I thought you were gonna say.
Which one did you
No,
have
no.
and that you were trying to cure?
no, they did a lot of cool research like Parkinson's,
Oh, that's good.
Alzheimer's. They had one of the coolest things I ever saw. Oh, baby, you tired? I tried to put you to sleep and you hit your face on the crib. They had completely artificial cornea. So very, very cool. But the
Like
monkey,
an eye cornea?
yeah.
They put
Like
an artificial cornea into a monkey.
And it worked?
That lost its eye. Like it wasn't like we're
Well,
gonna
yeah, they
remove
weren't
its
po-
good
well,
eye to give a bad one.
they weren't giving out AIDS and they weren't poking out eyes. They were just, you know,
Correct.
using the things that that God dealt to the apes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly. I was just kind of a guy floating around. If there was a huge data leak, they probably been like, "It's that kid.
It's the
Did you
intern.
What does he
Did- yeah.
really do?"
Did you ever have to mop?
Yeah.
Ew.
Okay, cool. Because honestly, throughout my entire life, in the past 10 years, when I think about you in this monkey lab, for some reason I think about you like Goodwill Hunting, like you're mopping in the monkey lab. And then
It
you
was
just
a-
like type some stuff into a computer and it later becomes a cure for AIDS and no one knows it was you.
That would have been dope. I got to do. It started as data entry, turned to I did their receiving. Like
Mhm.
I was a courier, moved like samples all over. Worked with like the monkeys in husbandry, so making sure they were cared for. When I was doing that, that's when I did some mopping, you know, because they try to.
Did
you
you
know,
learn how to
throw
mop from your
shit
dad?
at you.
Did,
Did I learn how to mop from Dad?
yeah. He taught you how to do it?
Dad just taught me to work hard. So
Oh, he
if,
taught Rob how to
I-
mop.
Sure.
I was
He taught me how to mop. Yeah, we've talked about this on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was probably the best mopper in that place.
You were the best son in
Sheer will.
that house. We know that.
Oh man,
That's
Older
not what he
boy
said.
Ryan,
He's-
he made it to the pond.
Yeah, he
That's
didn't
crazy.
say. I came to your defense here, or your defense, as some people might say. No, yeah, the best mopper in the. I just remember when I came to my job and I had to mop. Somebody said, you know how to mop properly." It was a crowning achievement for me.
Like hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
No, you guys, if I walk around, would that screw up the audio super bad?
No. it shouldn't.
Probably. You tell me I can't walk around all the time.
Yeah, but
I'll keep it right in this circle.
No, you've got better equipment than me. You're good. Don't worry about
Rob also moves like he's walking all the time, but he's sitting. And he makes a lot of noise.
it. But not with my new chair.
He was picking his fingers before, and I could hear it.
Oh no, I wasn't actually. That was I was turning off my little light show.
I think
That's what that was.
what this really is we're trying to Rob, this is more of an intervention where we're going to start it with the monkey talk, and then we're going to go towards your animalistic behavior when you have general conversations with people. You got to stop moving.
Look, I've gotten nothing but good feedback on my conversation skills. All right.
But
we can't all be stoic masters of our craft like you. All right. Some of us, our brain is moving, and we got to dip and dive out of the. We're in the trenches, and we're trying to get out of the trenches. I guess.
Yeah.
See, look, that's what I come up with when I stay still. I'm in the trench. I'm trying to get out of the trench. Dumb. Now, if I move around, that's how you come up with the gold.
Maybe.
Spin a yarn over here. That's what they call it.
You guys, I thought about as I was listening to Becoming Human.
Still makes me laugh, the name of that one.
I agree. There was a part, Robert, where you're like, no one talks about this kid. Like the human boy that was like, they took away my brother. And
I had a great joke that when I re-listened to the episode, because the dude's name was Donald, and Donald Trump represents kind of like an ape-like figure. And I was like, he became our president.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That would have been really
throwing
good.
this out there.
Just put it in there.
There's like some NSA thing, capturing all of this. I am talking about potentially things I shouldn't be, and now we just drop, good old DT on here. Hopefully.
Oh,
Hopefully
you didn't sign an NDA, did you?
I can't remember. Like I said, it was 11 years ago. Not 10.
And most NDAs, I think, only last for
expire
like 7 years at the most.
All that research is now, they've moved on to other things. I'm sure of it.
They're doing chlamydia now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They,
not just they want to see if they can make it uncurable. That's what they're working on.
They now
these
want to
days.
stop curing AIDS.
Well, this is my other question I had before. When you talk about PETA, did you ever have them like standing outside your facility, or people trying to break in, like community style, where like we're gonna go in and we're gonna rescue these apes, not realizing that they're actually like doing a lot of damage when they do that? But
I got a lock-in, shelter in place once because there was like an unknown
monkey
package. No, they thought someone was trying to bomb the.
yeah.
Oh damn.
Okay.
That's crazy.
You get yourself into some interesting situations between that and the fake nuke attack and all that stuff. Ryan lives on the edge.
Yeah.
He knows what it's like.
I was just some kid. I don't even know. I was like, I'm sure we're gonna be okay.
Remember when?
Why are there all these police outside?
Remember when somebody we were with stole a box of ham from Jimmy John's somehow?
Yeah. Yes. It's one of my favorite stories of all time from college.
And then they threw it in an alley.
Well, it was more of like we went back. I was definitely this is incriminating. Geez, this whole podcast, you guys.
They don't know.
Jimmy John's is not. They've upgraded their meat so much that you don't have to worry. Like
you and I also didn't take it. Somebody else did.
Oh, I was definitely present in the basement when
I wasn't. I was getting a sandwich at Fat Sandwich.
We've stumbled upon into a debate here of if you eat stolen ham knowing it's stolen, are you as culpable as the person who stole it?
We weren't able to eat it. We tried to find it later, and
we got chased by employees.
We got chased by Jimmy John's employees, and then we got
These guys made $5.50 an hour. Why are they chasing anybody?
They needed that ham, man. And then
we can't do Black Forest tonight. That no more ham and Swiss sandwiches.
Would have been delicious, like 10 pounds of Black Forest Jimmy John's ham.
And then we cornered ourselves like in like a back alley, but it was all these businesses that there was no way out. So then we hid behind a dumpster and they saw us. And then they're just like, oh, you got to get out. And then I was like, all right. They, theoretically, I did nothing illegal. I was just with the crowd. And then
also,
I was
in reality, you walk up from behind the dumpsters and there's still just Jimmy John's employees. Like they don't have guns, they don't have badges, they don't have authority.
Right.
They have acne and like bread.
Well, then we I walked out, and like previously, how the interaction went initially was I was getting a sandwich, and then I'm on the corner, and then all of a sudden, Ryan and this other guy start running, like catch up to me, and they're like, "We've been with you the whole time." And then these employees are like, "Some guys were just in our basement. They took some of our stuff. Did you see them?" And we did the classic, like I pointed to the right, and they pointed to the left. They went that way. and then after we were walking out from the dumpsters, they must have recognized, obviously, like we just talked to them a couple hours ago. And they're like, "Oh, you're the guys." And then Ryan out of nowhere just jumps up and goes, "I have great cardio." And then he starts running. So then I started running.
Bolt it.
And we got away.
Catch me. Let's see this. This is absurd.
That is an absurd young person story that has just everybody involved is I don't even get like when you're in it, you go, yeah, we should definitely be running from these Jimmy John's employees. That makes sense. But 11 years later, you got to look back on it and go like, they worked at Jimmy John's. Like they don't care.
This was,
the guy we were with was huge, dude.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, so I mean, we were fine. It was this was probably like 15 years ago at this point now.
Yeah, because that was freshman year.
Yeah, damn.
Those are freshman year. Those are freshman shenanigans. You steal 10 pounds of ham from Jimmy John's and buy a sandwich from Fat Sandwiches. Where'd you go?
I went to Fat Sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah. So one guy's got like, how could I have stolen your sandwich meat? I have a Fat Sandwich bag.
I did.
They're all the way over there.
Yeah, Fat Sandwich was delicious.
And heinous. It was like, here's all of these like foods that you would eat at like as a sampler.
Yeah, man.
But onto a giant sub.
I had a sandwich called the Fat
The mental image of saying heinous to describe a sandwich. I'm gonna have to go back to that. Continue, Drew. I'm sorry.
I would order a sandwich called the Fat MILF, and it was essentially you got the hoagie, right? They would throw some chicken tenders, mozzarella sticks, an egg, and then bacon, and then they put French fries on the top, smothered that sucker in various condiments, and it was probably the equivalent of about like 5,000 calories. But boy, oh boy, was it tasty.
To live back before you counted calories again, huh?
I don't count calories. I count points on Weight Watchers, Rob. They use a different system. Some foods count as 0 points. So take that. Salmon is one of the 0 points. Chicken.
We're getting older, guys. You know?
Cream cheese.
Yeah. And you know what else I did yesterday, Rob? I ran 10 miles.
Oh, I got this for you, buddy. I have something for you. I was going to send it to you with the bourbon, but I never bought the bourbon. I got you this here medal.
Run Club?
Says, a run never sounded so good.
Where'd you get that?
Don't worry about where I got it. I had it made for you, my friend. That's not true. Just so you know, I didn't have it made for you, but I found it and I kept it for you.
Yeah. So back to the monkey lab.
Yeah.
So you worked there, you did the thing, and then you end up. Do you do data entry in your current job to a degree, probably?
Yeah, logistics, a lot of data entry.
Okay. And do you ever think
my question?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, go. Sorry, Drew.
Do you ever think like when you're like filling in the sheets and be like, oh yes, this equation from the Shiv should work well for this system in which I work with the clients?
No.
Oh.
Oh, no, you never put in something. You're like, this reminds me of XXXXVL11X. That guy was crazy. That guy was amazing.
You know, no, I don't ever think that. I'm like, I hope they're all okay over there.
They're not. I'm just telling you, they're not.
Unfortunately, most of them are probably dead at this point. I don't think I'm.
Well, yeah. What are they? What are they called again? The Cacaracts.
They're like spider monkeys, right?
Rhesus macaque.
Yeah.
The macaques. What's their lifspan over there?
Macaque.
I have no idea.
A healthy macaque.
Google that.
What about
Whatever it is, cut that in half.
a healthy macaque and then a tainted macaque? Macaque is tainted.
Yeah, tainted macaque.
She didn't like that joke.
No.
She can't hear you. It's all on my headphones.
Her first hour of recording is all about monkey AIDS and that's about it at this point. Yeah.
Incriminating acts.
It was all. First of all, Ryan, we didn't commit the crime. I'm reporting a story that I was a witness to. I didn't commit any crimes. I definitely did. I didn't seek the crime either.
Ryan, our family, it's well documented. I've committed crimes as well. So
yeah, we'll be.
Don't worry about it. Nobody's coming after me.
This has to be a statute of limitations thing right here.
Yeah, yeah.
I have never committed crimes. I've always been a law-abiding citizen, and I follow my life, or I live my life to the T of the law. If it says 25 of the speed limit, I go 24. Because I don't want.
Everybody hates that.
I don't want to hit the limit.
Everybody hates that.
So I do what I'm supposed to do. I follow the procedures that are in front of me. I am a proper citizen, and you never have to question any of that. For me.
I believe that, Drew.
Employers.
Yeah. Sadly, I do actually believe you when you say all those things.
Sadly.
Yeah. Next time we get together, we're gonna break some laws, my friend.
Gonna jaywalk?
You know it. It's legal here, so I got to come back there for that one.
Is jaywalking actually illegal?
Yeah.
Do you know it's legal, and it was illegal, but now it's legal in LA County.
You can jaywalk?
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's safe for you to do so. If you walk out in front of a car, you'll still be at fault if you get hit, I think, or you can be pulled over for it. If you're in the middle of traffic, but you can cross in the middle of the street. Yes.
Look at that.
So
Drew, you got a handful of babies. How long do I got to do this? I mean, I've been doing this for a while. Baby's not having it.
I mean, no, yeah. You got to keep rocking them until they fall asleep, and then when they fall asleep, you think it's safe to put it down, you rock them for 3 more minutes, and then it's safe to put them down. Usually, and when you, Ryan, actually, when you lay them down, you want to lay them down like the last thing you don't want to go down like head tilted down. You want butt tilted down. So you lay them down that way, because otherwise they when their body goes down last, it actually is more prone to wake them up. So you want to put them down, the legs down, they go on the butt, and then you lay them. Oh, you got it. You did it. He's
a pro. He gets everything.
Yeah.
I'm ready to be serious.
Is there anything you're not good at, Ryan? You're good at wrestling, good at all sports, good at poker. I've never seen you fail. What's that feel
Golden
like?
Boy, Ryan.
He doesn't even have to comb his hair. Look at that.
Right.
It just looks amazing.
Right. Everything. When everything goes the right way for you. I mean,
you end up in Hawaii with a beautiful baby working at a luxury, flying first class everywhere you go.
I've never flown first class. That joke, Robert, is crazy.
Oh, is that?
It is piercing when I hear it.
Is that the bottom?
I know it kills him.
Is that the bottom of your success? You haven't. You only go and coach.
I would love to fly first class.
He's offended because when we went to Vegas, we started telling table dealers and stuff that he flew there first class for no apparent reason. I don't really know why we started doing that.
No,
it's a joke for me more than anybody else, I guess.
But really, you've been good at everything. What haven't you been good at?
No.
Just got to be Blair Witch all of a sudden.
I just watched that movie with Madison the other day. Doesn't hold up.
No, yeah, it's flash in the pan.
I mean, I lose to Trevor in plenty of games and things like that. That happens. I am struggling to get this baby to sleep. Yep, Robert. go to sleep. I have no idea. I could be
didn't
lucky.
help.
I think I'm pretty lucky.
So this is something. So we've got 10 minutes. Do you have 10 minutes?
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
the baby will fall asleep. I mean, this episode's gonna be like 30 minutes long after you cut all of the shit that I shouldn't say out of it.
It's really difficult. This is where I struggle as a parent, Ryan. I can't do the crying babies. Like when my babies are crying, I gotta take care of them. And people are like, oh, you just gotta let them cry it out. Let them cry it out. They can self-soothe and they go to sleep. That is a thing. That is a tactic. But I can't do it. I can't do it. If I was in that house right now, I'd be picking that baby up. I'd be like, I'm sorry, baby. I'll never put you down again.
Not me. I'd go to the store. It's a good time to go buy milk.
As long as you come back, right?
Yeah, always.
No, Drew, I am married to an animal trainer, you know. She is
Do they have
and
AIDS?
I love her, and I want to make sure that I'm adhering to the things that she has asked me to do. That means I must let her cry for a little bit.
Oh, really? That's okay.
I think it's a good thing. Personally, I think you should let a baby cry a little bit, because we need to teach every human that we can that things are not instant. There's not instant gratification. Sometimes when you dip an Oreo in milk, it doesn't get soggy, and you got to learn that early on.
I was trying to think of what we were talking about. Yeah, the fork thing with the Oreos.
So, which brings us to our next topic beautifully, if I don't say so myself.
Oreos with AIDS.
There's a well-documented history of us talking about Oreos, and I have this theory of that they're doing something to the Oreos that's not right. It's not good. Either they're hiring bad Oreo technicians over there at the Oreo plant, or they're changing ingredients up. But Ryan he said 3 words to me the other day, and I said, don't tell me anymore. I want to hear about this on the podcast. Apparently, there's a thing called Oreo fork theory.
You put the fork in the stuffing.
That's what,
and then you dip it.
That's what I would believe as well. Yes, my guess is you.
Yeah, you put it in the stuffing and then dip it into the milk.
And why does this make it different than when I put my whole hand in the milk? Because I put my whole hand. I'm a very messy Oreo eater, and I don't have any shame for it. I'm a grown man, and I have Clorox pads that I can clean up after myself. But I need to do laundry after I eat Oreos and milk. And yet they still do not take the milk. Sometimes. 33.333 repeating % of the time.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get the answer.
We're not. Ryan is oh, he's back.
I was here.
He's back.
She might start crying again. But
when you slam the door as you leave the room, that's not.
Yeah. You idiot.
Wow.
That's all right. Ryan, we can let you
the answer.
We can let you good.
Yeah,
we can let you go.
I would like to do this again. And I'll plan better.
No, that's okay.
It's all
This was
good.
actually went off with less hitches than most of our regular episodes. I'm going to try this. I'm going to make it a point before you come on again to try this fork theory multiple times, because I can't just get one pack because it could be a good pack. I need to find a pack of Oreos that doesn't work when I use my fingers to dip it, but then I'm going to try it with the fork, and I'm going to see. I need scientific data, and you're the guy to talk to about that. I'm going to have you data entry it in.
Make a spreadsheet.
I love you guys.
All right. See you, man.
I love you, brother.
I gotta deal, baby. This is crazy.
Yep. Keep
All
it
right.
real.
Shoot.
All right. Well, we got some information. We got some intel on his primate life. And yeah.
Yeah. I've got a little update on this beer. I think this is probably 25 on the IBU count. I'm going to say that right now.
There's no IBUs listed on the Untapped app, which you can add us on. It's a pretty light IPA. It's 4.5 in the ABVs. And
I think I said 5.5 on accident in the intro, but it is 4.5.
yeah, that's fine. It says not applicable on the IBUs, so
There's IBUs to it though. It's a session IPA, and it's from Baja Brewing Company.
Mhm. In
I do feel like
collaboration with
oh yeah with Corvesa.
the Cerveceria, something like that. I don't know how
Yeah.
you say it, but yeah,
It is good. It's better than your average beer. For 4.5. You know, like it's not quite your just like basic beer or whatever, but it does have some bitterness to it. It is sweet. Um, and it is good. And I would check out more from this brewing company.
absolutely, man. I'm drinking Driftless Glens. I still got some work to do on it, but I also have some editing to do. It's pretty good. I went to this distillery. It was a cool little spot. I didn't really have much time in there, so I kind of like looked, grabbed something, figured might as well try the local stuff, you know? Local stuff is always good as well. It's tasty. I like it.
It's good.
It is good.
Did you see this before? Can I just check it? This is what if we were doing video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. Boom.
Yeah, I saw
This
you
is my
before.
desk.
You're like in
This is my new desk doing this.
your desk is projecting the light, or you had the
My
light already?
My desk is projecting the light. It came with a remote.
Wow.
And
Damn.
it's got its own port for the like I got my own there's an outlet in my desk now. And a
Who
little
knew?
cubby for my notebooks. I'm jacked on this desk, my friend. I don't know what to tell. This is a game changer for me.
Life-changing moments right here on Dudes with Brews on a Porch. linktr.ee/dudes with brews for our link tree that gives you access to our merchandise, gives you access to wherever we're at, all of our socials, all the things. That's where you should go. That's where you should be. Like and subscribe. And you know what? The next time you're passing through some place, think about all the monkeys out there in the world who don't make it out all right.
Yeah. Moment of silence and then we get out of here.
Yep.
All right, later, man.
Bye.